Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Before we get cracking right into the nitty gritty, I didn't upload for the last 2 days, apologies for that, but I gotta be honest, there wasn't much on. There wasn't much to discuss. I'm not just gonna come on here and talk about, peanuts, or, what colour's the sky today, or, are Chelsea at training? No. But I am going to give you news about what happened at Chelsea training today, because that's substantial. That is something that's going to make an impact. So we're going to get into it. Before I do, I want to let you know, don't forget, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description. Also, don't forget to catch me on Big Six Extra. I was on there yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Cams is on a madness at the moment. We'll see how it goes. As he says, one game at a time. We'll see where United are going to go. Arsenal, the rest. We've got Liverpool, Chelsea to look forward to, so be sure to catch the preview to that on Friday as I give you my thoughts on how I think it's all going to go down. But in the meantime, let's get cracking in what's going on around Chelsea. But before I do, I feel it's only right that we quash a rumour. Right, there was a ridiculous rumour popping about earlier on from a fake account. I'm not going to give publicity to. They don't deserve it. But this fake journalist who came on and decided to write on Twitter that Thomas Tuchel got sacked by Chelsea because he was on some sort of substance. Let's just say that, the powdery type. I'm not going to go any further than that. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And that he went to India for rehab. It's completely untrue. It's nonsense. It didn't happen. I have to be honest though, as I said on Twitter, if that was the case, I wouldn't entirely blame him. I mean, Mauricio Sarri was smoking 50 packs of cigarettes a day. All sorts of things happen with Chelsea managers. So you know what? I wouldn't blame him 100%, although it's completely untrue. I'd like to check on Graham Potter, see if he's okay. In the meantime, because as I said, these sort of things, the way that Chelsea play sometimes, it does drive managers to insanity. But the Thomas Tuchel thing, completely obscure, completely obscene, not true. And let's move. Talking about Thomas Tuchel, there's a whole Tottenham rumour at the moment. I'm going to laugh it off. I explained on Big Six Extra yesterday. Look, Tottenham can take as many ex-Chelsea managers as they want. Does not concern me and does not bother me, right? Because no matter who they get, we could win the quadruple. And whoever wins that could then go to Tottenham and win nothing. Because that is the history of the Tottenham. This is how it is. Chiellini put it perfectly. Tottenham do not win things. That's just how they are. So I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. Thomas Tuchel can go to Spurs. I wouldn't be bothered. But I don't think he will. If I'm honest, I don't think he will. Let's see how it happens. Let's see what goes down. Let's get to Chelsea. We've got great news. And you know what? It's a news that I'm very, very welcome to, and I hope is going to make a difference, but it's going to make things a lot clearer too. Let's get cracking. This is the latest from Chelsea training today, and you're going to be happy if you haven't heard already. Reece James and Ben Chilwell back in full training. Hell yes. Hell yes. I'm very happy at this. It's clear, and it's clear as crystal, it's clear as day, that Chelsea lack balance when Reece James is not on the pitch. And now you put Reece James and Chilwell for the right and the left-hand side. It's actually quite fascinating how instrumental those two guys are to this Chelsea team. And it's going to be interesting. Why? Because I don't think we're going to be playing in a back three system. I think we've moved past that. I think Graham Potter does want to go to a back four. He's been playing that for quite some time. It was only the last couple of games, especially the Fulham game, where he resorted to a back three. But it's going to be interesting to see Reece James and Chilwell operate as right back and left back, not as right wing back and left wing back. So that's going to be something interesting to see. But you just know you get balance when those two are on the pitch. However, I think Chelsea will play better with those two on the pitch, especially Reece James. However, I don't think it's going to be the, be-all and end-all. I honestly think it's going to be a case of, it makes Chelsea better, but there's still areas there that need to be seriously addressed. If we had Reece James, Chilwell, a brand new midfielder, and then Felix available, Mudryk available, and a good striker, or if you stick Felix up front, that's a possibility, but regardless, then I think we're talking. At that point, I'll be like, okay, now we have what should be a team. I mean a team. I'm not just saying a team. I'm saying a team. You know what I mean when I say a team. A team that's going to literally scare anybody. Anyone will look at this and go, oh, okay, this is going to get sticky. That's what I thought we were getting teams to feel, and we kind of did that under Thomas Tuchel, I'll be honest. I mean, he did say, I want Chelsea to be a team where no other team would want to play against, and it's completely true. That is how we operated when we won the Champions League that year. Teams were scared to play us. And that felt great. It felt old school. It felt like how we were, you know, when Roman walked in and everyone was like, oh, bloody hell, these lot. You know, it's quite a good feeling. And then we've lost it. So I'm hoping that with quality coming into the team, we can get there. Now, talking about quality, there's been this whole thing with Arsenal fans about Mudryk. They can't seem to get over the fact that he signed for Chelsea. Guys, listen, the whole wage thing was false. Yesterday I was on Big Six and Turkish said, Chelsea offered 150k in wages and that's why Arsenal offered 40, which I found ridiculous. And I don't know if that's legit or not, but 150 is not true. We offered him 97. He accepted 97, which is less than what quite a few of our, some would say, average players are earning at the club at the moment. So, what a signing. I have to be honest, what a signing. And we're going to get to the transfers and all of that very shortly because I've got some money explaining to all of you that I have to do because it's going to clarify the situation. I read it and it's clarified things. I'm like, okay, I'm going to share it with all of you. But Arsenal fans are saying, oh, look at him. They've taken him hostage. They've come in. They've just given him money. He's only gone for the money. I mean, 97k. If Arsenal were not willing to put 97k for a talent like Mudryk at 21 years old, very decent, for a fee that we're talking about 90, 100 million euros, then I don't know what Arsenal were thinking. When it came to that, of course, Chelsea were going to win in the negotiation. Of course. But let's get to it because Arsenal were saying, oh, look, they've taken him hostage. He's not happy. Oh, look, he's not posted anything on Instagram. He's not happy. He's just gone for the money. He's not bothered about Chelsea. All right, let's see what he's now posted. He's put, can't wait to start. Come to do London Blue. I mean, obviously English not his first language, but I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. That is something that sounds very, very nice. Cheers, Mudryk. He's also, here's the post. Football Chelsea on Twitter going, why hasn't Mudryk posted about Chelsea on social media? He definitely doesn't want to be there. Well, here you go. Here you go. Here it is. It's here in living colour. We've got Mudryk in training with a little smile. And yes, Arsenal fans have been notified that he is actually smiling. There you go. He's found something quite amusing. And for anyone that's doubting, if you're doubting that, oh, look, you know, oh, yeah, maybe they found him on a smile. They found a smile, a very, very small little grin, right? Maybe it's just one flash image in a motion where he was maybe just stretching his face. Maybe he's not happy, right? Well, let's show you what he was actually doing in training. This is going to explain a lot. Here it is. Check this out. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's someone that's very unhappy, isn't he? Absolutely unhappy he is. Look at him. He looks absolutely distraught. He looks like he wants to leave as soon as possible. Busting out a skill like that. I mean, that's terrible, isn't it? Absolutely terrible. Unbelievable. Look at this hostage. Look at this hostage situation. Look at this. No freedom whatsoever. Absolutely none. Take a look at it. The ball going over his head. Look, he's thinking, how do I get out? Of course I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. Look, Mudryk's going to be a very interesting signing. I hope he's going to play against Liverpool. That should be a very interesting thing to talk about in the preview on Friday, so keep your eyes peeled. Felix, we know, is suspended. I can't believe that. Mudryk coming in time, though. Hopefully that means he's going to play. Now, talking about Mudryk and the fee. He cost the region of £88 million. Some people, myself included, did at first think this is a little bit ridiculous, right? This much money for a player that I know a lot of people don't know about, and FFP, and we've now spent 445 million since Bowley's walked through the door and his mates, right? Clearlake Capital and the rest of the mandem. How are Chelsea getting away with this? For the last 24, 48 hours that I've not posted, all I've heard from rival fans are, oh, this Chelsea, look what they're doing. They're destroying the market. Look at what they're spending. This is ridiculous. There needs to be some sort of law. They need to be stopped. This is crazy. Oh, my God. Listen, I'm all for it. I used to love when Chelsea were hated. If this is what it takes for Chelsea to get hated again, then I'm all for it. Bring it on. Hate us. Hate us some more, please. Because that means you're doing things right. Now, there was a part of me that was thinking, Is there a method to the madness? Is there logic? Or, and this is what I was scared of, is Todd Boehly and the new owners, are they just throwing money out the window? Are they just literally trying to go, just throw money at this, throw money at that, throw money at this, we hope it will work? Turns out, of course, there is a method to the madness, right? There is. People talking about FFP, people talking about salaries, people talking about all of this. How are Chelsea going to get away with this? Are they going to spend later? If they're going to be spending this much now, what's the deal? Inflation. Well, inflation is inflation. Listen, we've destroyed the market once before, we'll do it again. But we are not breaching FFP. We are in a good position, and that's been cleared by financial experts, by people in the know of how the money side of football works, by people monitoring situations like this. They are all under the consensus that Chelsea haven't got to worry about a thing. Although there is a risk. This is where you have to look at Todd and the rest and go, we hope this risk is going to be worth taking. What's the risk? I'll start with the risk and then we'll get into the detail. The risk is signing a player like Mudryk on an 8.5-year deal. That's a risk. There is a method to it. There is a reason why, but it's a risk. We'll get into it. Here are the reasons as to why Chelsea can afford to do what they're doing without any repercussions, let's say. I was trying to look for the word there. I was going to say punishment. That's not the word. Without any repercussions. That's the correct word. Here it is. Here's Chelsea in a strong FFP position due to 4 reasons despite Todd Boehly's £445 million splurge. And it goes on to talk about how, in terms of FFP, the relentless spending over the past 12 months, Chelsea are in a good position. Obviously, signing Mudryk for £88 million. This article explains why Chelsea are in a decent state. This reads, and if you watch here, clubs are allowed to lose approximately £105 million, unless adjusted for other spending, over a rolling 3-year period. Recently, the Premier League granted clubs allowances due to the COVID pandemic. Fans not being allowed into stadiums mixed with limited memorabilia sales and increasing prices meant that Chelsea were able to claim £190 in COVID-related costs, right? It goes on to talk about now, in terms of that relief, that helps the situation. We are still in that relief for this remainder of the season. We are in that relief, which means we can splash without any repercussions. But, why is it that Chelsea can spend this much money and not worry? It is because we are giving contracts out for 8.5-year deals, for 7 years, for 6 years. Why are we doing that? We're doing that because FFP, under these rules, for the fee that you are paying for a player, we'll take Mudryk as an example, £88 million, 8.5-year deal. That means that transfer, according to FFP, is worth £10 million a year. Which means when you look at the money side and you look at Chelsea's finances year by year, they're only recording 10 million for each year of Mudryk's transfer. They're not taking the whole 88 million and throwing it in the book straight away. It works year by year. The contract's 8.5 years. It's split into 8.5. That is it. So it means Chelsea record 10 million per year. So by the end of the financial year, they look at Mudryk and they go, oh, that was 10 million. The next year, 10 million. The next year, 10 million. And that's why we're giving out big contracts. Now, the risk. What's the risk? In terms of FFP, this sorts us out nicely. Handing out long contracts means that we've not got to worry about our books. On top of that, remember, we are going to sell players, and that's going to bring money in, which means that we're going to balance the books. We have not got to worry about a thing. Financially, we can spend as much as we want as long as we give out these massive contracts and we get rid of players. We'll be absolutely fine. But the risk. The risk is handing out an 8.5-year contract. Why? Because if a player on that sort of contract is now wanted by a club in the future, they're going to have to buy out that entire contract. Which sounds great for us, but it's going to turn a lot of clubs off. That's the risk. The risk is a club looks at it and goes, bloody hell, he's still got 6.5 years on his deal. You know, are we going to go for him, or can we go for someone that's got 2 years left? You know, and we can spend considerably less. They're not going to look at you. So where does the risk lie? Because some of you are probably thinking, well, that's not a risk. We've got the player. If the player doesn't succeed, you're stuck. Let's say, for hindsight, right? Let's just say, as example, and I don't wish this. I hope this won't happen, but let's be realistic. It's a possibility. You never know. Let's say Mudryk struggles. Let's say he's now started his first season at Chelsea. All right, it's looking a little bit weird. Second season, not much impact. Third season, bloody hell, this guy's doing nothing. All right, well, he's still got 5.5 years on his contract. He's failed. No one wants to buy him. We're stuck. That's the risk. And at Chelsea, let's be honest, it's not a huge, unlikely situation. It's a possible situation. We've had many players that have come through the door and they have flopped, right? Big money signings and they flopped. The strikers especially. But at Chelsea, it seems to happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but that is where the risk lies. The risk lies by spending this much money. You bring in players, you get rid of others. You're now stuck with these players. You hope they succeed and then they don't. And then you can't sell them. And then you're stuck. And they're taking up your positions on your books. They're taking up space in the squad. You're trapped. That's the risk. And that's a risk that Todd Bowley and the rest have taken. They're willing to take. I think we'll be okay. I don't think a player like Mudryk or Felix will flop. I'll be shocked. If that happens, we might as well just shut the doors. I mean, at this point. But let's see what happens. That's the risk. Considering everything else, though, it makes financial sense. I want to get your thoughts on it. Let me know, how do you see this? And fingers crossed, they succeed and they do well. And if we're going back to Reece James, Chilwell, and a lot of the other lads now, with these guys that have walked through the door, they're going to be coming into the team again. This is now where we get to see Chelsea properly. And this is where I said a few videos ago, look, all right, Potter's not going anywhere anytime soon. Well, look, you've got a chance for all of these guys to come back and then with no excuses. Show us what you got. You've got a couple of good signings. You've got your players back. Show us. Show us. And as I've already said, if he does actually have power in this club now, if he actually has complete backing, he's not going anywhere. They start grilling players that are just not doing it for you. Show us that you know what's going on. Show us and don't protect people that are letting you down. That's it. If we see that, we'll be like, yeah, no problem. He knows what's going on. We can trust him. That's all we want. So now the players are coming back from injury. I feel like it's a big opportunity. Let's see how Chelsea perform. And let's see how Chelsea perform starting against Liverpool. So don't forget the preview for that on Friday. I'll give you another video or so tomorrow. We'll see what's going on in the latest news around football in general. If there's anything elsewhere that's popping around, I'll give my thoughts. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see all of you then. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care and peace.